Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. I'm Tanvi Arora and I'm working here as a techno-functional consultant. So in today's video, we are going to see how to create reports using the Oracle Hyperion Financial Reporting Web Studio in the Oracle FCCS application. So first of all, I will actually explain in today's session. I will only give an introduction about the Web Reporting Studio, and also I will explain how the interface of the Web Reporting Studio looks like and few of the features of that. So basically, Oracle Hyperion Financial Reporting Web Studio is a web-based report authoring solution, similar in look and feel to the Windows-based Oracle Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio. This web reporting incorporates usability improvements and updated report design paradigms. So basically, what services that actually are using this Financial Reporting Web Studio? So first is Planning and Budgeting Cloud. Second is Financial Consolidation and Close Cloud. Third one is Profitability and Cost Management Cloud. And fourth one is Tax Reporting Cloud. So these services are can use this Web Reporting Studio to design their reports according to their needs. So what things you need to consider before designing a report? So there are several things that needs to be considered. First of all, what is the goal of the report? Okay, so why you are designing this report, it should be clear, okay, why you are designing that report. Then who will be the end users of that report? Who are the users? How frequently is a report generated and by how many users? Then what is an acceptable retrieval generation time? Okay. And then how many cells does a report query before suppression? So all these things you need to take into consideration before designing a normal report. Then designing considerations basically include report performance, whether to use expanded or single data segments in data queries, and whether to suppress missing blocks. So basically by report performance, I mean that it can this report performance can vary for each user. Like what is acceptable for one user may not be acceptable for another user. Okay, so for example, if reports are run in like batches during off-peak hours, they may have to be completed before the next business day. And when data is updated hourly, so report performance may only be acceptable if report output returns in seconds. So it may vary in this case. Okay, and then data queries. So basically in this we have expanded versus single data segments, and then suppressing missing blocks. By this I mean that like we can suppress the missing blocks to improve the performance when rows or columns contain sparse dimensions. So suppressing missing blocks aids in suppressing missing data when a large number of rows, such as like 90% or more, is suppressed. In that case, these things actually needs to be taken into consideration while you are creating a report. Okay. Then basically a report is designed using a blank report layout where contents of the report, including the grids, charts, images, text boxes, headers, and footers are specified. So we will practically see all the interface. Okay. So I'll go to my application and show you the interface of the Web Reporting Studio. So this is the homepage of my FCC application, and from the Navigator tab, I have an option of creating the reports. Okay, so in under reporting, I will select this Reporting Web Studio. So this is how the interface looks like when you create a report. Okay, this is the repository in which you can find out the saved reports. Okay, this is the summary bar. And then if you want to create a new report, so from file, you have to select new and then report. So this is what a new report looks like. Okay, this is the interface. So basically, how do you set the report preferences? Okay, so basically what you have to do, you have to go to the file and then preferences. This is file and you go to the preferences. So here what you can do, you can select these things like units, select inches or centimeters to define how the units of measures are displayed on the grid as you design a report. Okay, so this is called a grid. Okay, and you can actually decide if you want to see the units in inches or centimeters, and then you can select the colors. Okay, so suppose this is selected. If I select this in centimeters and then I choose another color as blue. Okay, and then what is this guideline every? Okay, so how often a guideline is displayed in relation to the unit of measure? The default value is 2. This is the default value, like 0.125 inches. All right, so it actually shows the distance of each grid, okay, unit basically. So if I click on OK, so now the interface of the grid has been changed. As you can see that I have chosen centimeters rather than the inches. Okay, so I can change the grid interface from the preferences. Okay, I'll again set it to default. Okay, and then one more thing is there. Like you can select the style as well. If you select the dot style, so this is the dot style. Okay, and you can also select the line style. So in this case, the grid will look like this. Okay, I'll set it again to the default. So this is how you actually set the grid preferences. Then, okay, you can also upload some custom fonts which you can use anywhere, like in the headers or in the grid or in the footers. Okay, so you can use that font. You can upload your font, custom font. So when you upload a custom font, the following restrictions will apply. Only true type fonts, that is .tff fonts, are supported, and you can only upload one font at a time. The font's embeddability property must be set to installable. Okay, so how do you do this? You have to go to file, then manage, and then fonts. Okay, so I'll show you in the application. This is the interface of the web reporting studio. So file, okay, and then you have to go to manage and then fonts. So from here I will select the fonts. Okay, now as you can see that there is an icon of uploading the font, and I've already downloaded the font in TFF format. Okay, so what I can do, I can select that format. Okay, so this is the font that I have already downloaded, that is a true type font file. So if you like by mistake, if you like try to upload another file category, that is CSV file or any TXT file, it will not get uploaded. Only this file format is supported. Okay, so I can upload this font and then use this font later on. There is some error in this, but this is how you upload this. Let me fix this. So as you can see that when I actually selected one text box in the header category, this font I can choose. Okay, it got uploaded basically. So this winter song font, I can then actually write my whatever text I want to write in this font. So this is how you actually like upload a custom font. Okay. Then we will see working with the report objects. Okay, so when you add report objects to a report, you define their position in the report layout and you actually select the data content of the report object. So what does report objects include? It includes the grids, text, images, charts. Okay, so as you can see that these are the things which are actually called the report objects. Okay, grids, text, charts, okay, and images. So what you can do, like when you create a new report, here there is an option you can actually like upload all these things from here as well. Like if you want to import this like upload this report object, so you can do it in the header category or in the body category or in the footer category. So when you click on this icon, there's an option of using the saved object or any report object. You can insert any image or any text. Okay, so suppose I want to insert one image, okay, under the header category. So I can upload that So as you can see that I have uploaded this report object. Now I can resize this report object according to my needs. I can move this to the I can choose how much height I want, how much width I want, and I can choose its position basically. Okay, horizontal position and vertical position. Okay, so basically you can change the, this is called changing the positioning. Okay, so positioning of the report object. So if I'm actually selecting this, I will select it to stretch. Okay, and then I can actually select this as like I want horizontal at the left side and vertical at the top. So I can change the positioning of this. Okay, and then I can choose the height, width, then how much indentation I want. Okay, so suppose I'm keeping this as 800. Okay, this is how I placed it. And when you'll see, I have actually created this report object under the header. And then in this header also, you can increase the size of this header. Okay, you can increase the inches of the header. Okay, and then you can actually resize also this report object. If you want to resize it, you can actually move it to anywhere in the report. Okay, so when you click on this red box is outline is created, which means it is selected. So basically you can actually move this also and set according to your needs. So this is how you actually insert any report object. It's like I have imported this image. You can actually also import anything in the header section or in the body section. You can insert a text box also. Okay. So I will insert one text box. The font that I have selected, it is coming in that font. So let me just select the normal font. By default, it is not coming. Okay, so I can select the types of fonts from here. So I've selected this font, and then I can actually increase the size of this, whatever text I'm writing. Okay. And then there are other features available, like I can actually make it as bold, italic, if I want to do the underline. Okay, so all these things. And then this is the like indentation where I want to shift this. If I want to shift this in the center. So all these things can be done. Okay. So we have seen the adding report objects, positioning report objects, then resizing also we have seen, then defining properties for report object. Okay, so report object properties are defined here only. If I'm actually importing this text here, okay, uploading this text or writing this text, so these are the properties. Okay, I can insert text functions as well from here, which I will show later. Okay, and then shading also I can change, and then we have option of actually a page break before. Okay, and auto sizing. Okay, so if I choose this auto size, it will actually automatically create a normal automatic size for my text. Okay, then I don't have to define the position, basically how much width I want or how much height I want. So all these things are included in the report property tab. So by inserting page breaks before report object, I mean, let me go here. Okay, so we can insert a page break by selecting this option before a report object to move the report object to the next page. If I want to move this report object to the next page, I will select this option, page break before. Okay, so this is how you select this. Then how to save any report object. Suppose this is the report object I have created. Okay. So this is my report object. Okay, so I will click on this, right click on this, and I'll click on save. Okay, and then I can save this in a new folder or the existing folders in the repository. All right. So what I have to do, I will select the report object and then I will click on save. Then in the name, I can mention anything. Okay, so suppose I'm saving this object under this image, or not an image, this is text object. So let's just select here in the text box. Okay, so path is this, type is text, path is the report books, and then I will select this. Okay, description, I can mention any, and I will save this. Okay, so this is like, I've already saved this. So this is how you save the report objects. And then you can link this report object to the source object. Okay, so by that I mean, like, if I am actually, if my, this report object is saved in the repository and I'm creating a new report, I can use that object again in the new report. Okay. So how you do that, I will just show you. I'll create a new report. Okay, so suppose I want to actually import any saved object, which is already saved. So I can select from here. And then whatever thing I have saved here, okay, suppose this is the image. Suppose I want to insert any object in the header section. So whatever I have already saved, okay, so I can use that. If I click on this and then insert. So see, whatever object I've already saved in the repository, I can use that again and again in the new reports. Okay. Then if you want to remove this, actually you can click on right click on this and then delete. Then we have certain more few things like defining the user point of view. So what is this user point of view? I will explain. So every data value in a report is derived from the intersection of a member from each dimension in an Oracle Hyperion planning database connection, or the FCCS connection. So basically in this web studio, you can place these dimensions on the report grid or in the user point of view. When you view the report, you can change the member select for dimensions or the user point of view. So this allows you to customize a report to fit your needs. You can also use the user point of view in the books. Okay. So how do you set this in the report? Basically, when you actually create a grid, you have to create a connection. Okay. Suppose I'm selecting this grid in the body section. Okay, so it will ask me to create a database connection property. Okay, so here I have to select the connection with my application, which is currently Vision Console, or I can create a new connection if I want to create a connection with any other application. This is how you create a connection. I'll click on OK. And whatever thing you are actually, it is displaying here is point of view. Okay, so you can actually select whatever dimensions and the members that are included in the dimensions, whatever you want in this POV, which will be actually displayed in your report later on. So you can actually choose whatever dimensions you want. Okay, and then you can bring this dimension to the rows and columns, and accordingly you can select like this account will be included in the report rows, and the column headings will be years, and I'm selecting, suppose, view. Accordingly, I will create my report. So this point of view can be changed from here in the task section. Okay, so you can see that account and year view has been included in the respective rows and columns, and these are the point of views. So how I can change it? I can go to the task section and then set up user POV. Okay, so from here you can see that it is by default selected as all, year, scenario, view, entity. Okay, so I can actually filter my information using this. Okay, and also I can see that show dimension name, show member name. All right. So these are the like few things about these reports. And then how do you create these headers and footers in the report? Okay, so headers and footers can be used to add a description, add graphics, or insert text functions. So header is located immediately before the top margin, and the footer is located immediately above the top margin. Okay, so it will actually whatever you select, like in the header, the text box, it will actually create a title for your report. Okay. And then all those things can be defined. So this is called header. As I've already shown you, you can insert any saved object, image, or text. Okay, so I can actually select the font in which I want to create the title. So whatever you will write will be actually called as a title of the report. And then you can select this page break before option. You can change the font, okay, color of the title. So you can actually customize your report according to your needs. Title page I've already explained. Then you can also use text functions to display the information. So from here, suppose I'm writing balance sheet as my title. And then from here, you can actually insert any text function. Okay, so if you have created any grid and defined your POVs, from that it will pick the function. Okay, suppose I will click on insert function, and if I'm selecting this member alias, okay, so what I can do is I can mention the grid name from which I want this function to work, or choose my dimension. And here I will mention the dimension name. Suppose years. So this need not be in double quotations. Okay, I don't want this one. Okay, so this is how you create a text function. Okay, so what will happen? You have created this text function here. So what will happen? It will actually, when you see the HTML view or the PDF view, and if you define the POVs in the grid, it will automatically take the year that you have defined in the POV, and it will show in the report, in the heading, in the header. Okay, so these are the small things included in the interface of the Web Reporting Studio. Then we can see some additional points like searching for information in the repository. So as I've already explained, this is called a repository. If you want to search any information, you can actually select, okay? Here you can search. Then you can actually put filters, okay? So filtering the repository items, like you can select any report, snapshot reports, grid chart. Accordingly, it will actually filter your information. Okay. I will select default. There's some issue in the networks. That's why it is not displaying, but you can filter your information from here. Then this is your summary tab. Okay, so this is the summary in which you can see the last modified on by. Okay, and this is the database connection that you can see from here. So this is it for today's video. Okay, and the next concepts I will explain about this Web Reporting Studio in my further videos. Okay, for any queries, you can reach to us at our official website. Okay, thank you so much.